Looking for a traditional English pub experience with a family-friendly environment? Find it at the Fat Squirrel Pub and Grill in Rio Rancho. The Fat Squirrel's menu includes traditional pub fare with the best fish and chips you'll find anywhere, plus wonderful appetizers like beer-steamed mussels and some of the best steaks and burgers in town.
Fat Squirrel's a great place. The camaraderie of the people, the servers, the owners, the food's outstanding.
I love the Fat Squirrel. It's comfort food, you know, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's the same sort of thing I would whip up in my kitchen if I knew how to do it this well.
The Fat Squirrel has an extensive wine list and over 65 different brews to choose from, including microbrews from the Turtle Mountain Brewery, famous for their wood-fired gourmet pizzas and just down the street from the Fat Squirrel. You're sure to enjoy the Fat Squirrel Pub and Grill on Southern Boulevard just west of 528 in Rio Rancho.
One of the great joys in my life is going to a great pub and grill, and I'm really lucky because one of the best ever is right next to our office here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, and that would be the Fat Squirrel. And I'm with Liz and Nico Ortiz, who are the fine proprietors of this great establishment. Great to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have some incredible things here, but I think the first thing that our viewers want to learn about is Fat Squirrel. What's that?
Well, we're an English-style brew pub up here in Rio Rancho, and our main focus is serving good quality home-cooked type food. It's belly-warming food, and so that way you guys can come in and have a nice relaxing meal. You're going to get your belly full and you're going to be comfortable and happy.
And it's not all about Irish either, is it, Nico?
No, it's pretty much of a hybrid type pub. We took some German influence, some Irish influence, some English influence, some influence from Scotland. So pretty much anywhere where beer is served with food, we took some influence from those countries and tried to make it into one establishment.
And I think that's really important for the viewers to understand is the food is really based around the beer that you have here more than the beer is based around the food, right?
That's true. The menu is we have a German-style schnitzel and we have a lager beer on tap. We have English beers and we have fish and chips. We have Irish stout stew and we serve Guinness stout on tap. So we do try to pair the beers with the food. We think it's a very natural pairing, and you know, many countries around the world have been doing this for centuries. So we like to pay tribute to that.
I know one of the favorites here at the Fat Squirrel is the green chili cheeseburger. Tell us a little bit about that, Liz.
It's such a favorite that we actually got voted best burger in Albuquerque by Albuquerque the magazine on it year before last, and it's just been getting better ever since. We use a half-pound Angus patty, so the meat is always very, very quality, and then we use potato buns, which have that really soft gooiness to it, and then green chili cheddar. It's on this one with some avocado slices. It's really just one of those where you taste the meat. We have no problem serving our burgers all the way down to medium rare because we feel that confident in our ground beef being the highest quality that you can get, and they're popular. Between that and the fish and chips, these two probably sell more than most of the other things on our menu.
When I'm ready for fish and chips, which happens to be on a regular basis, this is where I come because this is, I think, the best fish and chips that you can find in all of New Mexico. And we brought a lot of other people in here who feel exactly the same way about it. One of the things about fish and chips is that when you order fish and chips here, you get a fry like this. But when you order a burger, you get a fry like that. What's the difference between the two and why?
Traditionally, English-style fish and chips, chips are much wider. Fries, we would consider them to be steak fries here in the U.S., but they're called chips over in England. And they're really good to soak up the malt vinegar, which traditionally is served with fish and chips. The smaller fries we serve here on the burgers are sort of more an Americanized version. If you go to most fast food restaurants, and the American version of the French fry typically tends to look like this. You know, one important thing to notice about our fries is our fries are hand cut in the back. We don't get the frozen Ore-Ida fries like a lot of restaurants do. We actually get the regular Idaho potatoes or Colorado potatoes, and we send them through a slicer. And we blanch them, and then we actually cook them here to order. So they're skin on, and so they're about as nutritious as a French fry can be.
And when you order fish and chips here and you get this fry, remember, no ketchup, malt vinegar, right?
Right.
I think that's terrific. Tell us a little bit about the mussels, too.
Well, the mussels, you can't really go wrong with because they're beer steamed, so we steam them in Pabst Blue Ribbon, an all-American lager style. And then we also have butter and garlic, and then some fresh vegetables in there. So you can't really go wrong when you make stuff in beer and garlic and butter. But the mussels are probably one of our most popular appetizers, and I know some of your guys' favorite as well.
That's for sure. And I know we have some other favorites that we're going to be sampling today. So I think it's time for us to head back to the kitchen and let's start cooking.